You're watching SBoy TV.
Who we got on the backdrop right now, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
What up, though, man? It's Chase Money, man. We here with SBoy Promotions today. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. We got Chase Money back in the building. What was it last year when we got connected with you?
Yeah, almost a year ago, something like that.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, that was dope, man. That was a really dope song you came with, the energy you came with.
On your grind. Appreciate y'all for looking out, too. That was lit.
Yeah. And you had a lot of supporters in the comments, too. They're like, no, Chase Money, you got to rock with him. And we was already familiar with you, too, because you've been doing your thing for a minute, man. Just really hitting it hard, though. So, like, what kind of got you into it, though?
Started doing music when I was in college, right when I kind of near my freshman year. I went to college during the COVID year, so a lot of stuff was. I went to college to play football. A lot of stuff was on Star. A lot of life stuff was going on, and it was just. I think that was just a way that I started expressing myself without even knowing. It was just something fun to do, and also some of my boys I knew back at home while I was at school by myself, they would be sending songs in the group chat out the blue. So I was like, you know what, I'm about to give it a try, and then I just started writing little stuff in my room, doing voice memos, voice recordings, and then over the years, start going to the studio. That started to become like a hobby. Then I kept it going from there, and then eventually, after like a couple years, I got my own studio equipment, and then that's when I started learning how to record myself. And once I kind of learned how to do that, it was kind of over. It was just like a love. It was something that I couldn't stop. It was something that just became too fun. But I still, even at that point, didn't know that I would be taking it serious and be here doing an interview with you, with SBoy. You know what I'm saying? It was just something fun, new hobby I found. You know, something to do when I'm not doing football, because that's all I did. I had to find find what I like about myself, you know what I'm saying? What I'm good at, or, something different.
So growing up, the bulk of your life, you was really locked in on being a football player?
Athlete, really. Like, I mean, when I got to high school, I decided more so on football. But I just played sports all my life. That was really the main thing, just being an athlete. Football ended up being the way, like, if you're good enough at the school we was at, we had a lot of talent, but if you was good enough to make it to a college, and who else was about to pay for that? Because I wasn't about to pay for it. But luckily, I was blessed with a scholarship, so I ain't had to pay. That's how I got to school. So,
that's hard.
That's how that went.
So you was playing basketball too?
Basketball up until my senior year. I ain't played my senior year. Yeah, so basketball, we was all right. And I was like, I figured I might as well give my attention to football since this is what I'm planning to go to school for, start gaining some weight instead of doing all the running with basketball. Even though it's so crazy, I like basketball more than football. For real. Like, I ain't never really had no NFL dreams either. I just had to. My whole thing was how I'm about to get to college and football was the way. I still love football. I appreciate everything it did for me, but it's crazy. I'd rather sometimes watch basketball. I'm still a sports fan, though. I still like both. But.
Yeah. You still got it? Like, if I put you on the field right now, you'll get money?
We could do anything. It don't matter what you want to do. Yeah, hell yeah, I still got it. Like, something you can't lose.
What position you was on, though?
Receiver.
So you still got some hands.
What happened? We supposed to do we supposed to do a basketball tournament too.
No, yeah, for sure. But now since you saying football, we might need to do some one-on-ones with some rappers.
We could do that. We could go 7-on-7. We can bring a team out.
Yeah.
We could go hoop. We could do whatever. I got a team for whatever y'all want to do, or it could just be me. You feel me? However y'all want to play it.
Talk that talk.
At least at the crib. However y'all want to play it.
Talk that talk, man. All right, let's get more into the beginning, man. Like, what was life like growing up? You grew up in the city? Where you grew up at? Where was it like?
So, when young kid, like, majority of my life, I grew up out in West Bloomfield. But, like, as a kid, probably until I started going to, like, elementary school and stuff, sometimes I used to be a lot of different places. I'll be with my mom. I'll be with my grandparents. you feel me? I'm an only child, so I ain't had no siblings. I used to have no babysitter for real. I used to always be with whoever in the family ain't doing nothing at the time. So, my grandparents. Might be my one grandma, because one of my granddads lived in California.
Yeah.
Might be my dad. Might be my mom. It really just depends. My mom, she would be in the city. She stayed at a few different places. Like, everybody always near each other, so I would be everywhere. But once I started going to school, I started to stay out in West Bloomfield because it was just easier structure. Schools was better out there and everything. So I was fortunate enough to grow up out there. But most of my fam from the city, I'm always back and forth. It just depends. Yeah.
Do you think that kind of, like, what created your style, like the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, like just having that many different facets of yourself, like different cities, different places?
Definitely. I feel like growing up out there and having family in the city, like, definitely gives you that balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, that in between, like, feel me, you got family everywhere. You around out here, you around different cultures, so you know how to, you feel me, know how to move with different people. You feel me? I went to a very diverse school at West Bloomfield, so around all type of different cultures, you learn a lot of different things growing up, you know what I'm saying, being with different people. But yeah, I feel like that definitely played like a role, like just in creating who I am, because I feel like I'm a balanced person. You're supposed to be balanced in life. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to always have too much of one thing and not enough of the other. So I feel like that definitely played a part. Because it's not like West Bloomfield, 20 minutes away from the city. You can get there in an instant. You still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's facts. And then, like, even in that space, like, getting into the rapping space, was that something, like, new to your family? Like, your family probably like, whoa,
Yeah,
rapping?
everybody. No, if you knew me, like, before, like, just in high school, just all through high school, and, like, the fact that I'm rapping now, I still be looking up, like, where did this come from? I'd be like, this is, like, fake. I'm getting more used to it now, but I still be like, how did this happen? Like, I never grew up being like, I always liked music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never was like, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be an artist one day. Hell no, I didn't even have like no thoughts like that. Like, I'm not even like a person who really always wanted to be on camera. That was something new I had to get used to. You know what I'm saying? It was just, music was just a fun thing that I ended up falling into. And just, sometimes it was like a blessing in disguise. Cause I didn't have no plans on going to no NFL. I didn't really know what I was going to do after college. Like, yeah, I'm getting this degree, but sometimes you still don't always know what you want to do. But I think that was the blessing, how I picked it up early in college and continued building on it. So by the time I did graduate, I had something to come back to. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What was college life like?
Different, bro. I went to college during COVID, so it was a very different time. Like, imagine, like, okay, your senior year get cut short. You miss all the, you feel me, the fun parts, the proms, the graduations, the spring break trip, all that. Then you go straight to college, and you got to go late. You know what I'm saying? I even went to college, like, I committed to a certain staff, like, in December, December 2019. By the time I got to school in July of 2020, around that time, the whole staff I committed to was fired. The conference I played in, I went to Youngstown State, so the conference we played in, you know, football is played in the fall. It begins in the fall. We ain't even play in the fall. Our season started in the spring. So, like, my first semester, like, you feel me? My first college classes, a lot of them is online. I'm in the dorm room, sleep with the cover on me, got the Zoom on, dead, not trying to, feel me? Not really trying to listen to nothing, you feel me? I'm out there by myself, just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, everybody's life on hold right now because of COVID, so it was a weird time. I mean, it started to get better a little bit just as time went by and COVID started, you know, to move to the back. People just kind of like, I don't know, forgot about that shit shutting the world down. But,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I went to college during a very odd time, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it was cool, but it was also weird at the same time. It was a unique experience.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because, like,
not the normal.
Like a college experience and then coming out a rapper, I'm like, man, you ain't get to party, you ain't get to get on the girls, you ain't get to, you feel me?
Man, bro, it's so crazy. The first time we was up there, I think the first week or first 2 weeks, it was like the week before school started, they had built a new apartment and everything. And so there's this big middle part that got grass and everything. So, like, all the kids, like, COVID was going on right now, you feel me? But everybody knew, like, you know what I'm saying? School about to start in the week. I think it's the weekend before the Monday, everybody got to go to class on Monday. So everybody outside. Bro, I'm talking about this is a swarm of people. They was so on our ass. Man, people was taking pictures, like, from up top. We was on Twitter. We went viral on Barstool. Like, every athletic, like, department, they was like, we're threatening to take scholarships if we find out that you were out there in those pictures. Coaches calling us the next day like, bro, we just got up here. They like, you might have COVID, this, that. You might affect the team. This shit was crazy. Like, so they was on our ass at first. Then even when the season did start, we got to get tested every day. That fucking stick got to go in our nose. That shit be annoying as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Different college experience.
Nah, for sure.
Something that nobody probably ever had to deal with. I'm glad they didn't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah. How did you go about developing your sound with the music? Like, was it a process? Like, was you always creating the way you was creating now, or was you trying to go for a different sound?
I mean, at first, I feel like when I used to go to the studio, I used to write a lot more. I still do write now sometimes, but a lot more comes just straight from here. But when I used to go to the studio, at first I would have everything kind of written down because, you know, when you're paying for time, you want to go in there and be able to, feel me, do as many songs as you want, or, you feel me, get good quality so you ain't wasting your time. But once I got my own studio, I felt like I was able to take more time and, like, develop the sound and, like, because I didn't have to rush as much and I had control over it. So I feel like it just gradually came over time. Once I start not writing as much and just going off the top, I started learning how to flow better. Because, you know, a lot of times you could look at the phone or your notepad, whatever, however you do it, and you might be reading it instead of rhyming it, you feel me, like rapping it, trying to, with your flow. But I feel like without that, the pen and pad, sometimes, you know, just close your eyes and just black out and just say whatever. So I feel like that's how my flow kind of got developed, by just continuously making different songs on different beats, just going on YouTube. That's how a lot of people start going on YouTube, finding different beats. Feel me, different artists that I like, I might find a type of beats, you know what I'm saying? That's how I started. Now, I'm able to lock in with certain producers and get specific beats made, but it's kind of, I feel like that also helped me too. When I graduated and came home, I found a producer who I like really like. We locked in once we met each other, and he helped my sound too. So it's a certain sound like I know when I get with him that he gonna match and I'm gonna match him. You know what I'm saying? So that helps too when you got a producer who kind of know your sound as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, how would you describe the type of music you make? Like, if you had to put it into a category.
I try to do I feel like my main sound is like, I feel like I try to connect to a lot of people who are like me, just cool, laid back, reserved type of people who just like to, focus on their bag, get their money up, get fly, hang with some fine chicks, you know what I'm saying? Do something cool for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? People who fall into that category, and I also can make songs that might got to deal with heartbreak or some super turned up, some party anthems. I try to not be put in one box. So, yeah.
Do you feel like that's a challenge here though? Because I hear a lot of artists come on, they say like, Detroit got a certain sound. It's like
I feel like
trying to find that pocket that you fit into with it.
I feel like a lot of people may come out sounding the same, or a lot of people like, I feel like there's everybody. For the most part, I feel like the top people that we all may know, you feel me, got their own sounds. But the world today we live in, a lot more people have access to making music. So that's why you might hear a lot of the same sounds. Because most people might not even be artists for real. They might just be somebody who make music because they got the funds to do it, or you know what I'm saying. It's easy. All you got to do is make an account and drop something the next day, and you can say you're an artist. So it depends on how you look at it. I feel like So. There's a lot of people who got their own individual sounds, but there's also a lot of people who just, I feel like, maybe put out anything, or like, oh, I'm gonna do what he doing this gonna work for me. So you're not supposed to do that, but a lot of people do fall into that.
Oh, for sure. Who's some artists you listen to? Like, what's like your playlist looking?
So from here, I say Face for sure. Face probably like the hardest to me. Baby Smooth, when I was younger, even before I started making music, that used to be like my favorite still to this day. I always listen to him. Baby Smooth, Babyface Ray. I mean, the whole city for real. But specifics out the city like Face, Smooth, I say Skilla V's, people like that probably help influence my sound too. That's a lot of people who I listen to now. I say outside of here because I listen to a lot of music like Future, Lil Baby. I like Brent Faiyaz, different type of stuff. Got to be able to connect with all crowds and listen to all different type of stuff. But I would say a lot of that. Try to listen to some of the ladies too. Like, I don't like to discriminate. Some of the ladies that's hard. Even from here, like Big C, she hard. From people, big artists that we know, Mona Leo, Lotto. Like, if I try to listen to all different type of stuff. So, because someday I want to be able to branch off and make music with all different type of people too. So.
Yeah, how do you maintain, because you laid back for sure, and even some of the artists that you was just mentioning is laid back as well too.
Yeah.
How do you maintain being laid back as like your personality, but also making sure you're not coming off as boring or coming off like careless, or even not coming off as entertaining? Because we in a space where now you got to be an influencer with it. Like, how do you balance that?
That's crazy that you asked me that, because I think about this all the time. I'm such a chill, I'm not a hype, I'm not finna be yelling type of guy. I be feeling like, damn, most people probably won't rock with me because I'm not finna go do some crazy shit to go viral. I'm not finna be saying most out of the ordinary answers. I'm really chill, simple. I like to, but there is people like that though. That's what I also have to remember. There's a lot of people who do maybe think like me or might be like me, like that's just chill and laid back. They just not on the camera. So I feel like if I get to those people, it'll spread like that. And people would rather, I feel like, accept you for who you are. I ain't gonna try to get on here and be a person I'm not, because then when you meet me and I'm chill, you're gonna be like, oh, he faking.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be this guy, and when you see me, oh, he really that guy. You just be chilling.
Yeah. So. And then I think showing you in different spaces, like I did see you did some acting before as well too. Like when people see that you can get into different characters and kind of play different roles and have fun with content. Basically,
yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of my shout out to a few of my videographers and stuff. They'll come up with different ideas, like with videos. Like I might be rapping, but we doing like acting scenes in between, or little quick 30-second clips at the beginning to show, different stuff to show that I can be different. I can't do this if I want to and stuff like that. So shout out to them, because it's not always just me. I got a lot of people around who help as well.
Yeah. No, and it take that though. You feel me? It definitely take a village, it take a squad. Do you see yourself going into like more acting roles sometimes, like taking on movie opportunities?
I would love to. And I feel like if I was to do that, I want to take it serious. So like I would want to go into like classes and stuff like that. I don't want to just jump into it just trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people who work hard at that. And whatever I do, I want to try to put my best foot forward and actually care about the craft. I feel like that's what we lose in today's world. People don't care about the craft that they in. They just want to do it because I could post it on the internet and feel me, get famous or something like that. So yeah, but definitely though, I would love to do that because then it's just gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging for me, but feel me, challenges make you better, and you never know what other ventures that you might do. So there's a lot of different stuff that I want to do. Like being an artist come with a lot. This is just the base though. You feel me? This is just one stepping stone. Like there's a lot of people like Snoop, 50 that I also look up to, like the older artists and stuff like that. Look what they doing, 50. He narrate his own stuff. He had his own video game. He got the biggest show right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different avenues that music can help you with. Music is just gonna be that main one though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And it can go into fashion. Like it seems like you really into fashion too. Like
a little bit. I gotta, for sure.
Like, you putting it together. You feel me? You put it on.
Put a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just pop it here and there. But I am. It's time. Now that I'm an artist, I gotta, sometimes put it on a little bit more than I do because I'm so like. In my mind, I be still thinking I'm an athlete. I'll just go throw on a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you feel me? That image do matter. Don't let them lie to you. Image does matter. Now, it's not everything. Don't go blow your bag on, you feel me? Every designer brand. You don't even got to wear designer. Wear some fly shit. Whatever you feel is comfortable and look fly. That's really what matters. So, yeah, I put it on. Whatever I put on, I feel fly in most of the time. So,
yeah. Now, do you feel like your music is being seen here from the city? Like, do you ever feel like you overlooked? Do you feel like you seen? Like, you feel like it's support here?
I feel like you gotta earn the support, especially in Detroit. Like, you feel me? This is a whole bunch of people who talented. So I don't ever want to be that guy that feel like, oh, they overlooking me. They not. You feel me? No, you gotta earn that. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Now, it can be times where like maybe you might think that like, cause I've been to a couple other cities. I performed a lot in different places, but those are people who, sometimes the people you don't know, you may seem a little bit bigger. A lot of people here may know you, but I feel like that's a lot of people in their hometown. So no, I don't feel like I'm being overlooked. I just feel like I got some more work to do so people can't overlook me. I got to do more to get in their faces so they, you feel me, they can't do this. It's like everywhere they look, I got to be there. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that too. I do think it needs more pipelines for artists, especially that got like different sounds and different styles.
Yeah.
Just more access, to opportunities and stuff.
Yeah, like cities like Atlanta and New York, different places like that, like they got more, I would say, music opportunities than like maybe here. Like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know, that could be like, that's also something that like later down the road when I'm older and feel me, have gone through whatever my career takes me, like hopefully I'm able to do something to give back to people who in the same position as me right now, like giving them more access to different things, even if it's, hey, I got a videographer for you, here go a free video for you, here go, you know what I'm saying? Teaching them different stuff, okay, where to start, don't make this mistake that I made, so yeah.
So what was the mindset going into this project, this most recent project you just dropped?
Okay, so this Trillers to the Trill 2 project, this is my first part 2 to any project that I made. The first one, Trillers to the Trill, was one of the, like, it's me personally, out of my whole catalog, that's my favorite tape I made because I made it when I first got home. It was probably one of the most roughest years and, like, mind-challenging years where I feel like I took a step just up here, like, grew up and matured. Now, I've always been mature, but, like, you feel me, just took another step. And with this tape, I made my own cover. I made almost, I think, one song on there I didn't record. I went to the studio, but all the songs I like mixed myself, made myself, stuff like that. So this one was really more hands-on. That's why it's more personal. You know what I'm saying? So this one I feel like expresses who I am probably the most. That's why I wanted to drop a part 2 to it and make it like a series. So looking back 10 years from now, you can be like, oh, he started here, and just you'll gradually see the growth, like where he came from, stuff like that. So.
Do you like that process though, being able to be so hands-on on every part of it?
For sure. Now there's certain songs that you may make and you may know, because feel me, I know how to make myself sound good. I know what I want. Because sometimes every engineer might not be able to do that for you. Sometimes you know how you want it to sound, but there's certain songs that I still go to the studio for that I know, like, hey, he might be better at this. So I'm going to go record with here, I'm going to go record there because I want it to sound a little bit more professional. But also doing it yourself makes you learn, teaches you to, feel me, get to where they at. So that way you don't have to rely on nobody, but you can still go work with other people. So yeah, I do enjoy the hands-on because that's how I got better. And that's how I fell in love with it to begin with, because it's something that nobody else can control. Like, I feel like that's one thing with football as a receiver, for your job to, like, for you to be happy, everybody else has to do their job. You got to rely on a coach to put you in the game, a quarterback to throw you the ball, the lineman to block so the quarterback don't get sacked. Everybody know the play. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? You got to rely on so many things. With this right here, it was something that I could control. I didn't have to rely on nobody else. It's just me, the mic, and just, you feel me, my hands moving on the computer. So
How do you go about getting opinions? Like, so I know when you creating your track list, because you did 12 tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about like picking that 12? You got opinions in the room? Is you reaching out to people like, what you think? Should this be on there?
So once I get all the songs that I want, like I'll have my ideas in my head, like, hey, I want this as my intro. This is like, feel me? I look at it as a story. A lot of people just, put songs and mash them up together, which is not. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like I would want people to go back to my projects and feel like they can press play and let it go all the way through. So like I'll put it together at first, and then it's a couple people that I trust that I'll send my music out to or let them hear it. People that I know who have good music ears. Because over the years, I've sent my tapes out to people before I dropped them, and they'll tell me, hey, this song probably going to go. I like this one. And those be the songs that end up going. Because sometimes, as an artist, you got so much that you don't know what to pick. Sometimes it just be too difficult. So you be like, bro, which one should I do? Should I do this? No, this the one. You be like, damn, you like that? Whole time, I thought this. Nah, bro, forget that. We doing this. So it's certain people that I let hear the music. And then at the end of the day, obviously, I'm going to have the final say. But I do like to take those people's opinions into consideration, because that's who's gonna be listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Other people, it's not just me listening to it. Obviously, I started. That's how it came about. But they gonna be listening to it. So I like to ask certain people.
Yeah. Now, be honest. Are you an artist that's open to critiques? Like, if somebody critiquing you,
bro, being an athlete, that already set you up for that. Like, you know how many times I've been yelled at for doing the wrong shit? That shit don't faze me. Like, feel me? Somebody could be like, bro, your shit suck. I'd be like, okay, cool. That's damn near. I appreciate that more than, oh yeah, bro, your shit fire. And you don't really think it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. That ain't real. That ain't gonna help the person get better. You know what I'm saying? If they are messing up at a certain thing, even if they don't like it though, that don't mean it ain't good. So everything not supposed to be liked by everybody. Because if that was the case, everybody would be sweet. But it don't work like that. So
yeah, it do seem like you got an idea of how you should run your social media though, as an artist. I will say that.
I don't have any like social media managers. It's just stuff that I just learned, like watching other people who I know are like maybe big in the game or who I think do a good job. I kind of might take different pieces from different people. Like, okay, I like what they did right there. I'm gonna use that, but do it in my own way though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. For sure.
But that's major. Like I was just pointing out that you be studying the game. A lot of up and coming artists get caught up in that space where they just feel like, man, I need somebody to run this, man. And you probably eventually are gonna have somebody do that for you. But just for you on this level right now, paying attention, learning it, and staying consistent, I think it did give you some level of success already just to be able to grow your fan base. You feel me?
Yeah, I know. I relate everything back to sports, but that's really what it is, because that was my main base. I just look at music like a sport. Okay, you wanted to do something, you gotta study the game. You feel me? You gotta watch your film. You feel me? That's the same thing. You gotta watch your opponents, like, cause you do have people. You lying if you don't think you got competition out here, but it's a different type of competition. It's like a healthy competition. Like, okay, they just drop some fire. Let me drop some fire. Not copy what they doing, but like, you feel me? It's different stuff that you gotta do. And so I just kind of look at it like a sport. Like, you got to give your all and work on your craft, which is your music. You got to get in the studio, whatever that looks like for you, though, because artists, everybody different. Some people can make 10 songs in an hour. I'm not like that. I'd rather make one song in an hour or two if I can, but, like, I'd rather make one song and take 2 hours on it and let this be super fire, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to rush it. But everything works for different people. You just got to find what works for you.
Yeah, and I definitely like a lot of the focus that you do in the music. Like, you're not like a diss rapper and just negativity and everything. It's all about hustling and grinding and building your bag and just being locked in. What's pulling that for you? Like, what are you pulling from to just keep you pushing into that motivation? Like, what keeps you going to be like, no, I got to get it?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it was just like, bro, how I was raised. I was blessed enough to have just like a lot of people around me who just had that same similar mindset. Like my dad, just got a hustle mindset. If you want something, you gotta work for it. You gotta work for it, and you gotta do this too if you want to succeed. You can't just do 100%. You gotta go 110. Like, just my mom, my grandma was a entrepreneur. Like everybody, I feel like in my family, like I took just different bits and pieces from them, and they all poured into me, which gave me that. So I just really want to go hard for everybody else and just try to make something out of it. You know, life, you only get one, so you got to do something with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's dope, man. And this is not something negative I say, but I'm saying, like, as you going with it, like, say the music don't work, right?
Yeah.
What fulfillment are you gaining what fulfillment are you trying to gain out of it regardless? Because I know
mean,
some people say like millions, getting a Grammy is what I'm looking for. Like,
sure, I would love to do it. I mean, I feel like I would love to do that. That is obviously one of the goals. And like I don't just get in it just to say like, hey, I did it, blah blah blah. Yeah, like no, I want to go. If I'm gonna do it, I want to take it to the top. Now, say that doesn't happen, I ain't gonna be disappointed because music is something that like helps me block out the world because I'm not a person who goes and tells my thoughts to a lot of people. I don't really talk about stuff that goes on in my life unless you maybe even people who super close. Like I'm not like a super vocal person when it comes to emotions like that because I'm more so the person who everybody puts it on. So me putting it on other people ain't gonna do no good. So the music always just gonna be something that I'm happy doing, regardless if I started off doing it for no money. So you know what I'm saying. I'm not really. Obviously, I want this to bring fortune into my life, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. I started doing this because I just like doing it. I love doing it. So I'll still be fulfilled if this doesn't go to where I think it is. But I know it is.
And that's what I was going for asking that because I think you would start somewhere, and I heard how you started. Like, it was really just like, no, like I was just in college, bro, and it was just something I just started liking to do. It was giving me something to do away from football. I found a love for it. And then once we get in it and we start looking at it as a career, we start to lose what initially started it, that initial thought. And then we start shooting for records and shooting for fame and shooting for all these things. And then you start acting out to get it, though. You know what I'm saying? You'll go through any type of tunnel, any type of route to get to it.
I done seen most trying to get to the top. And sometimes it works, but when you do the most and you do something for a viral moment, something that come up like this, it's going to come right back down like this. But something that goes up gradually, most likely is going to maintain and be steady. And so, you feel me? It's all about your foundation with anything that you build in life, like a building. It all starts from the ground up. You can't just go up here. So, yeah.
No, for sure. And I'm glad, bro. It seemed like you really level-headed, and I think people in the industry that go in like that, it's always going to be a more troubling time because it don't seem like much is going to allow you to like get pushed off of your path. Like, because you could easily just start picking up lean cups and, you know what I'm saying, throwing up gang signs and trying to attach yourself to a certain group or certain hood on purpose just to be able to get it going faster for yourself. But just staying that slow grind. And I pay attention to like Nipsey Hussle's story, bro. And
for sure.
as I'm hearing you talk, I hear a lot of the level-headedness that he had as well, too, and just really comfortable with the slow grind. Like, I'm trying to build in my neighborhood. I'm trying to build with the people I got right now, and it's just going to blast off.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like I would be a fool to just go and change my whole persona, be a different character. First off, to my family, that'd just be like the craziest thing. They gonna look at me like, nigga, what is you doing? You out here doing anything? My people I hang with, they probably ain't gonna fuck with me because they gonna be like, nigga, we know you. It's not you. You tripping. You feel me? And luckily, I got people around me who will probably hit me in my shit if they see me on some dumb shit like that. So that's not even me anyway, but just the fact that I got a good group of people who I feel like I'm around to surround myself with, like, they wouldn't even let that happen, nor would I even do that to begin with. That's not me. So
now, if somebody want to get in this lane, what's the number one thing you feel like they should know?
The music lane.
Bring the mic a little closer to
Getting into the music lane, bro. The one that you said, the number one thing that they should know, I feel like the number one thing that they should know is that it's not to start off being because I'm an independent artist right now. Being an independent artist, you're going to have a lot of days where you're up. You're going to have a lot of days where you're down. It's just entrepreneurship like anything else. But I feel like that's what you should know. It's not going to be everything is going like this. Sometimes you might go like this. You're going to fall. But you see how I'm still going up? You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep believing. I know it sounds cliche because everybody say it, but that's literally what it is. You got to keep believing. You got to, you almost got to become, crazy. I think I heard Busta Rhymes say this, where it's I don't know the word, but I just know you got to, put it in your brain, no, this is going to work. It's no plan B. Obviously, you might have a plan B in the back, but sometimes you got to trick yourself and be like, no, it's going to work because it's going to be a lot of days where you feel like, man, I'm done. I'm about to quit. Because some days it'd be like, man, what am I doing this for? Am I wasting my money? But you never know because you might be right there. Somebody might be watching you from a distance and you don't know. You might be right there. You might be like, I'm about to quit today. Whole time, if you would have just did this tomorrow, your life was going to change. So you got to just look at it like that. I would feel like just staying consistent, bro, and just believing that what you're doing, and if you love it for real, it's gonna work out.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you got to be delusional.
Yeah, delusional for sure.
You got to be delusional. And you got to do it tired. You got to do it mad. You got to do it
You
sad.
gotta do it sick, anything.
Everything.
Kobe Bryant nigga, broke his finger in the middle of the game, snapped that back in place. I'm still hoop. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it going for sure.
Yeah. And I even, recently when you reached out to, come on the show and everything, and I even shared, like, sorry for your loss.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And it was even inspiring to see, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing that while you saying, like, yo, I'm trying to come work. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
You literally can't stop. First off, let me stop right here. Long live Mud. We just came from his funeral today. I love you, bro. I know you'll be smiling right now. I know my boy for a couple years. Literally since as soon as I got home, I met him. We was locked in ever since. We went on trips together. If you look at my videos, he probably in like 3 or 4 of them. Even if he not in the video, he behind the scenes doing all type of stuff. So long live my brother Mud. But yeah, he'd be like, bitch, what you doing? Like, nigga, let's get to work. Nigga, you feel me? Take a shot once you done. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? So literally just got to keep it going, though, for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't directly familiar with him, but just to see the pour out of love and support, it was so much footage, bro. Like, he was really young and turned. Like,
for sure.
Like, life of the party.
Life of the party, for sure.
Yeah, man. So I am super sorry for your loss, you know what I'm saying, and sending our condolences. But and I'm glad you just see you pushing, you feel me? You pushing through, like, you feel me? Because
it's the type of stuff that help you push through, because you could be at the crib. You know, sometimes it's okay to do that, grieve and feel a certain way, but you might feel better going out and doing something, being productive. That's how I work, at least. Because, like, feel me? Regardless, like, that situation happened, that's not going to change. But I got options, though. I could either sit here and do nothing and be like, hey, I'm just sad, you know what I'm saying? Or I could come to work, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that. That's what back to what the question he just asked, what you should know. Some days it's going to be down, some days it's going to be up, but you literally have to keep going. Them 2 words, never forget them.
There it is. Man, lastly, man, what can people expect from you for the rest of this year? I know you just dropped a project. Are we going to get something else? Or are we going to focus just pushing this the whole rest of the year? Let me know.
I just dropped this project. I'm about to push this for a little bit. But what y'all can expect this year is to see me working with a lot of new people. I got a lot of features. Like, I've been working a lot this past year, stacking up my catalog to where now I can just, you feel me? I'm just going to dish it out like this. Like, y'all going to understand. My goal is to show, like, hey, I'm not trying to, like, I'm not trying to really compete with everybody else. I'm in my own lane, but I just want to show everybody, like, hey, I am one of them too. I could go up there and rap with the best of them. I can make records with the best of them, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what I want to push. But I am going to be dropping a lot of features this year too, because if you look at my catalog, a lot of my tapes are just me, or it might have 1 feature, maybe 2. And people who I rock with, people who take the craft serious, because I don't just like rapping with anybody. I feel like that watered down your music. So, but you can't see me working with a lot of new people and a lot of new artists who I think are dope, people who I rock with. So that's what they can expect.
I like that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just really keeping it solid across the board. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then igniting yourself first. You feel me?
Yeah,
So now
for sure.
people can just see I didn't just come up off of using everybody else's name.
Sure.
So
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I do definitely think it's time to start branching out a little more, collaborating with some
That is the
people.
only, like, you feel me? I'm my only child, so I'm used to doing everything my whole life by myself. Like, I don't got no siblings to do nothing with, so I'm about to do this music by myself. I'm about to drop a tape by myself. Feel me? Everything I learned as a kid outside of my family, like you feel me, my immediate family, I just picked up on my own. So, yeah.
It's time though, man. Let's get it, man. Let the people know where they can follow you at so they can stay connected with you.
Let's do it, man. Chase Money. Just got done with the interview with SBoy Promotions. Y'all can follow me everywhere at Chase Money 1K. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere, man. Go check me out.